Hutton Orbital Radio, the only radio station to give you time off for good behaviour.
As another dawn rises from Proxima, creeping slowly around Eden and bathing the station in a warm glow, the hauler docks at one of the small pads. It descends into the orbital, turns, and slides back towards the disembarkation doors, and stops. In a blue circle at the foot of the steps, a figure appears. He straightens, looks around, then steps confidently towards the doors. He nods to the docking crew as they step up to refuel the hauler, and looks curiously at the lift before pressing the button to head to the concourse. When the doors open, he squints in the bright light, past the Apex travel desk, and out to look out of the far window at the ships approaching. He pauses, basking in the sunlight for a moment before turning and heading back to the lift. He fumbles in a pocket until he finds a small, blue, embossed identity card and passes it over the lift call button. Imperceptibly, the lift moves to take a different route, heading across the station, then up to the top of one of the tall towers. He steps out onto the gantry, rubs one hand over his chin, then through his hair, before walking towards a door. Opening it, he looks across at the room full of familiar faces, then takes the only remaining seat behind a desk. Frowning, he leans across, throws a well-worn switch, and, in a calm voice, says,
"Oh no! Ah, it's the wrong button! Oh, Mike's, I'm probably live!" Ah, that's better. There's no legroom in a hauler. I've got a dead leg. Anyway, welcome to tonight's show. I'm Rudolph Hucker.
Not a problem in a Type 9. I'm Wilma Fingerdo.
Well, as long as I've got room for the Beat Saber, I'm fine.
I'm Norma Snockers, and I don't mind what ship I'm in, as long as it has a kettle and a cupboard full of biscuits.
I'm Mike Rochburns, and I'm converting all of my ships to run on bio-waste.
Well, mid-air refueling's going to be interesting. I'm Sandy Crevice.
Okay, and on that note, and before I forget which buttons I'm supposed to be pushing next, we really ought to try some headlines, maybe. Ed's 38. No, really?
The dodo is dead! Long live the dodo!
Mangrove smurf trees? We investigate.
Coincidence? Or outsourcing the hard work? We speculate.
News from the Hutton Games Room.
Outbreak in Dabby Minor.
And we might have a little bit of an emergency in the Hutton BGS room. First, this evening, while most galactic birthdays are rather confused by what planet orbit are we using to count years from, and is my ship calendar and clock on galactic time or local time? With a side order of, yes, we know everyone here feels 21 at heart, or at least I do, we bring you news. Ed's 38. Literally. The biscuit-dunking, sometime bearded owner of the only live broadcasting F-bomb, that's like the tab bomb we had 40 years ago, fearless convoy leader, quizmaster and all-round good egg, Ed, has finally caught up with his faction's name. Ed's 38, a ragtag group of commanders that happen to bimble around the galaxy and pop into the Mars bar at the end of the galaxy for a chat every now and again. Founders of the alternative race, the Bicky Ball Run, not to be confused with the official Bucky Ball Run, nor with the Sunday antics of Commander Bicky on the 0G football pitch, were the first to celebrate this milestone. Well, Millstone Barn is celebrating the milestone, mainly as he's the one usually propping up the Mars bar at the end of the universe. Ed himself, well, after hanging up his pilot's license many years ago and moving on to other things, we do understand that he spent a bit of time playing around with Funko Pops for a bit, has not made an in-person appearance at any of the regular Galactic Hangouts in a long time, but he does send in some long-distance communications every now and again. Anyway, Ed was summoned after the 38 held a bit of a gathering, lit some candles, donned hooded robes, and started chanting in a strange fashion. Well, they were trying to sing Happy Birthday, but in a disjointed and incoherent fashion, much like we do here at Hutton. The summoning worked. They abjured him and they bound him and they lit strange incense, and his hollow me actually hung around in the air for a bit. He has promised to return at some point in the future with some biscuit-dunking exploits. Tell us all about where he's been and what he's been up to. We won't take it personally that he's been hanging out at various conventions and not grabbing all of the swag for us, or the rest of the 38 for that matter. We did ask him the question, now that Ed of Ed's 38 was 38, whether Ed's 38 will then become 39. Or is it a semi-permanent basalt milestone in which forevermore he will be 38? On the inside. Just like a jammy Dodger that's been out on the side too long and the outside's gone a bit iffy, but the important bit's still tasty and immune to everything short of a nuclear war. He didn't answer, as he was carefully dunking his chocolate hobnob in an ice cuppa for just the right amount of time. In the meantime, all that remains is for us to say, Happy birthday, Ed. We do miss you.
For centuries, the dodo was understood to be extinct. No, not that dodo. The other one. A once glorious apex of orbital, polygonal engineering, long consigned to the history books, or old relics that no one was building anymore, has finally been added to the list of things that system architects can now build. The original dodo stations once symbolized high-tech prestige, deployed across frontier systems and prominent trade hubs. Their eventual demise was not a tragedy, but a slow fade into redundancy. Some were dismantled, others were left to drift. One was mistaken for an art installation and is now on display in a museum foyer on Achenar. It's a very big museum. The precise reasons for the design's retirement remain lost in a procurement vault, possibly to do with maintenance costs, or the incident involving 17 tons of bauxite and a navigational systems intern named Kev. But clearly, someone in infrastructure rediscovered the schematics, shouted "roll for construction," and landed a perfect 12. To give it the full name, the dodecahedral space station is a step up from your standard D6 with the corners chopped off, and has a properly 12-sided shape. The design team are said to have resurrected it as a result of the challenges involved in some of the more modern designs.
Well, you see, people wanted big stations, but curves, they're hard to do. And with so many commanders building station after station, transportation of all those curved station sections, and of course lining them all up so that there were no gaps, was becoming an increasing challenge for our production teams,
said Marvin Sidesbigger, the Brewer Corporation's chief transportation manager.
We went back through the history books and found an old flatpat manual for a dodo station and thought, aha!
We asked him to expand upon this, but he, at this point, dropped his little Allen key down the floor grating and had to go hunting for it. His assistant, Maurice Better, continued for him.
The dodo design is what you get when an engineer with a protractor wins an argument over one with a French curve.
There was some initial controversy over the release of the new station design plans, as they were originally provided to anyone with deep enough pockets, But as the pitchfork and flaming torch egalitarian, we all want to be able to have huge things at no cost. And their friends, who still adhere to the cult of there is one win button in the galaxy, and we want access to it, we're being nosy. The Pilots Federation and Brewer Corporation had to clarify.
No,
They said.
We didn't mean it would always cost lots of money. We just meant if you want it early, then it will cost you loads of money. But after a while, we're going to let everyone have one.
The initial wave of dodos is only available via a premium ARCS kit, a self-assembly orbital facility requiring shed loads of components, patience, and swearing. Buyers will receive 12 reinforced panels, an indeterminate quantity of wiring, docking ports, rotational couplers, atmospheric seals, one packet of landmines, function listed as assembly alignment assistance, pictographic instructions drawn by someone who's never seen a dodecahedron, or indeed a person, or English. Post-introductory access will allow full in-stew construction using the traditional method, by shipping a metric functon of bits, gubbins, girders, and stabilizers to your designated build site. Of course, the new upgraded options include not 2, not 4 noob hammer trusses, but indeed 11, just for the Scottish contingent. One each face that doesn't have a hole in it. One for each face that doesn't have a hole in it. Turning your average placid-looking space station into a navigational hazard if you approach it from the wrong direction, like some kind of nasty hybrid of a flightless bird and a prickly porcupine. That would have stopped the sailors eating them all. Anyway, if you want a slice of history updated for the 34th century, and you're a dab hand with a little Allen key and lots of angular shapes that look like a face, and goes next to a face, but instead actually goes next to a face, you can get yourself your very own dodo to look at and maybe hire a descendant of Roland Savary to paint you a picture of it. We look forward to Alec Turner's inaugural Caucus race once he's finished building his first one. What is a Caucus race? We suggest you go ahead and check out Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
As has been reported throughout known space for a long while now, yes, I know we've been offline for a bit and are behind the times. There has been a lot of buzz around the HIP 87621 system in the last week or so. While it is said that there's nothing new under the sun, there's a footnote. Only if the sun is slow and you're not paying enough attention. For years now, since commanders were allowed to play outside by their mum, the quantity of alien plant forms on worlds with tenuous atmospheres was limited. A finite number. Okay, they varied in colour a little and some of them glowed in the dark. But it appeared that despite the Milky Way being a vast place, there wasn't much variation out there. If you've seen one space cucumber, you've seen them all. Your bingo card might have space loafers, space cucumbers, space grass, space shrooms, and space dodgy looking sludgy puddle on the ground on it. And, with a very few exceptions, they're found throughout space. So it's a genuinely rare occasion when something new is found. At least until we can land on more worlds like those volcanic ones, or worlds with atmospheres as thick as soup. Which is exactly what has happened in the HIP system. Mangrove smurf trees. Lots of mangrove smurf trees. The real name for the genus is Radicoida, but that's not as memorable as mangrove smurf trees. The official description is
Huge, incredibly resilient organisms that establish massive underground root systems. These roots extend several hundred metres underground, securing the host organism in place and accessing underground aquifers and nutrient sources in a wide variety of soils. The type of soil, climate and atmosphere is believed to influence certain characteristics of the organisms, but key traits appear consistent. While they may share several attributes with fungi, deep roots, bioluminescence, spores, broad upper growths, they are technically a type of woody plant.
So, a tree then. And they're Smurf blue, and look a lot like mangroves. Found only in hot locations, a bit like mangroves. At present, surface scanners are not identifying them in the same way space loafers are found. Instead, a newly discovered organisms, they're being marked as points of interest. From recent news articles on Galnet, we're sure that the Galnet News Digest has and will be commenting further. It appears that the powers have decided that the new plants have some form of military or strategic benefit, though no one's quite sure what that might be, whether in medicine, poisonous medicines, or just a love of, I've got something you lot don't, one-up man or womanship. Of course, the publicly quoted reason is clearly going to be, we've sent this war fleet to protect this fragile and rare life form, but we all know that's a hoary pile of horse apples, as LCU's already growing a pile of them in his airing cupboard. Suffice to say, we're predicting that the mangrove Smurf Wars of 3312 might well be a thing, which would make the federal president Gargamel, which would have been funnier if Hudson was still in charge.
Two events, two announcements, both officially unrelated. First, the sudden revelation of a new form of complex life, Radicoida. Not simple microbial mats, no, odd-looking bark, unclassified. Second, the unveiling of the Caspian Explorer, a sleek, long-range vessel, coincidentally designed with deep space operations, survey tools, and suspiciously clean sensor mounts. Individually, both are noteworthy. Together, they smell of planning. Official sources are, naturally, dismissive. The discovery of Radicoida, they say, was unexpected. The Caspian, they claim, was long in the making. No connection, no deeper motive, just timing. Which of course explains nothing. More cynical analysts, and quite a few practical explorers, have pointed out that the Caspian Explorer appears almost tailor-made for one thing, pushing pilots into the void armed with science equipment. It's a bold new mission to seek out new life and new civilizations. Okay, that bit's a stretch. To boldly split infinitives in the name of science like infinitives have never been split before. Why? Because the job's already started, and the authorities don't want to finish it themselves. As one commentator dryly put it,
They discover something weird and organic, then they hand us a shiny new ship and say, you lot go poke it. That's not exploration, that's just outsourcing.
this model, now unofficially dubbed as the Delegation of Efforts Protocol, has precedent. The powers rarely want to risk their own researchers. It's easier, and cheaper, to let independent commanders handle the slime, spores, and data correlation. So when new life appears, and a new exploration ship is immediately waved in our direction, the message becomes clear.
We've found something. Now go catalogue the rest.
The Radicoida weren't just stumbled upon. They were found with just enough attention to leak into the mainstream, but not enough detail to explain how or where. And now the Caspian Explorer, clean-lined, sensor-heavy, oddly timed, arrives without so much as a technical briefing. Not a word about modules, not a word about its development timeline. Just a silhouette, a name, and 100,000 conspiracy threads. And the obligatory moaning on the forums. We're jumping on the bandwagon. We reckon they know what's out there. We know that they invented the new doohickey to help find them, or them, probably the red ones, or the green ones, or maybe the multicoloured rainbow ones. Because in a galaxy of billions of systems, the probability of discovering new complex alien biology just before deploying a purpose-built exploration vessel is statistically minor. Unless, of course, it isn't a coincidence.
This week, the glowing green light above the studio console marks the arrival of the Bark Raiders, the latest in the increasingly specific genre of golden-haired spaniel simulators. Developed by the same team behind Snack Divers and Walkie's Field 6, expectations were high, or at least mildly alert and waggy tail. You take on the role of a golden-haired spaniel, released from the drop kennel into a devastated urban environment following an unspecified cataclysm, probably involving vacuum cleaners. Your mission is simple: sniff out the scattered snacks, liberate leftovers, hastily abandoned cheese cubes, and while avoiding patrolling autonomous robo-cleaners determined to hoover or vacuum up every last treat before you can. We are reliably informed there will be a Labrador add-on in the future. The settings offer a mix of ruined kitchen units, broken bins, storage zones, and mysteriously empty parks. Navigation is tight and twitchy, with well-modelled scent tracking mechanics and the occasional opportunity to bark at your own reflection in a puddle. The threats include dustbots with extendable hoses, other less well-behaved golden hair spaniels, a retriever in a tactical harness that appears out of nowhere and steals your biscuits. Boo. Gameplay rewards stealth, fast reactions, and sudden bursts of unprompted zooming. You can mark territory, purely cosmetic, dig, for an unclear purpose, and activate a slow motion mode when faced with multiple snack in rapid succession. Matches are structured in waves, each one increasing in number of robotic adversaries and decreasing the freshness of available food. There is no pause button. If you sit down, the game assumes you've been distracted by a passing squirrel and plays ambient rustling until you stand up again. The soundtrack is a gentle mix of ambient suburban collapse and increasingly urgent food sensor beeps. Every snack has its own audio cue, which can be toggled for realism or kept on for comfort. Graphically, it's impressive. Real-time fur shading, paws that leave mud prints, reflections inside of yogurt lids. The robo-cleaners are particularly well realised, with metallic purrs and deeply unsettling eye lights. If you played Snack Divers, you'll find familiar mechanics here, especially the part where your golden-haired spaniel is dropped from orbit into an area swarming with robotic bugs, undead rodents, and leftover sandwich crusts. And Walkie's Field 6 veterans will immediately recognise the squad mechanics, where you and 3 other golden-haired spaniels attempt to reach a designated biscuit tin while being patted repeatedly by strangers. If any of you gets tired, another can revive you using a hot sausage. Both games handled the balance of tension and tail wagging well. Bark Raider dials up the tension but loses some of the joyful unpredictability of Snack Drivers. Tactical Crinkle Packet System. My final verdict? Bark Raiders is a competent outing for the golden-haired spaniel genre. It delivers scavenging, dodging, barking, and nothing in particular with solid fidelity. The scent mechanic is robust, and the snacks are numerous, and the robo-cleaners are stuff of kennel nightmares. But all in all of these games have one thing in common. And that's that they are not PWP, puppy with puppy. They've got the nasty little V in the middle, meaning they only get 2 wags.
Authorities in Dabby Minor have issued a pending outbreak notification with formal quarantine measures on the agenda once As one overworked medical liaison put it, the staff stop making animal noises at the porcelain 0G waste receptacles. In other words, the outbreak isn't official yet, but it's probably only one meeting and several mop buckets away from becoming so. Preliminary reports trace the cause of the outbreak to a bulk food shipment recently delivered from a logistics carrier transiting near one of the system's twin black holes. The vessel, conducting a shortcut-cum-survey manoeuvre near the frame drag boundary, inadvertently subjected the cargo hold to a mild but measurable temporal dilation. According to the ship's clocks, the sausage rolls and soy stew pouches were in transit for less than 18 hours. According to reality, they spent just over 3 weeks festering while being bombarded by strange particles. By the time they were reheated in Dabby Minor's orbital canteens, the contents had quietly evolved from shelf-stable nourishment into something closer to rancid space glop. A dock worker who recently requested anonymity described the taste as
perfectly normal until minute 3. Then something sour kicked in. Then I started seeing things. Things from next week.
the pathogen, believed to be a combination of protein decay, high radiation fungal bloom, and time-compressed bacterial cultures, has not yet been classified. Violent nausea, mild auditory hallucinations, a lingering sense that your lunch is trying to escape through the bulkhead, in some cases, involuntary temporal deja food. Several sanitation and medical officers are currently unable to attend briefings, being occupied with their own 0G digestive distress. At present, no formal quarantine is in place. Travel and trade continue, albeit with a slightly wider berth given to anyone holding a reheated snack tray. Health officials are expected to issue an updated status once the immediate biological drama has subsided enough to permit a risk assessment meeting, and they've analysed the potential effects of lockdown, social distancing, eat out to help out, on their ability to hold little parties in their office without losing their jobs. In the meantime, supply contractors are being urged to route around high-gravity wells, unless absolutely necessary. And to that's a split infinitive and all. Who writes this? And to flag any shipments properly that have experienced chronometric inconsistency, regardless of how sealed the sausage rolls may appear. A spokesperson for the Davy Minor Food Safety Bureau, speaking from behind a closed visor, confirmed.
We'll be reviewing all future black hole adjacent transit permits. And possibly the definition of long life.
We have reports that the apology officer has been incarcerated this week as a result of mistaking a penitentiary level for a pie shop. As they're not here, we can't apologise. So in this week's BGS news, do stuff. That is all. Do you know what?
That was fun.
Do you know what? I managed most of that without many seams.
I was going to say, that was fantastic. I don't think we could have done better.
Well,
I know we couldn't do better. We tried several weeks in a row and failed miserably. So
we've tried for over 500 and goodness knows how many shows to do better, and it's just not happening. It's just not happening. Well, look, it's nice to be back, and we're really. Well, I can't say that word. If the apology officer was here, they would be issuing an apology for our absence and bits and bobs over the last few weeks or
too
month
many
or
weeks.
so. Yeah, too many weeks.
Apology onion rules, though, when we can't.
We can't, so we're not going to. But
it doesn't mean that we aren't, just that we can't.
Real life has intervened a little bit, and it's been a torrid time. It makes the incident in Dabby Minor look like a significantly minor one. But normal service is sort of vaguely resuming now. We're trying to get back on broadcast. It's been fun to actually have a look at the news and put some articles together this week. But as always, we'll sort of introduce who is here this week by asking a few tactical questions about the various articles. So, first one's first. Ed's 38. Woohoo! Yes, for those of you who are new, you may not remember Ed. For those who've been around since the dawn of time, Ed is a very, very good friend of ours and former community manager over at the Pilots Federation. He did indeed have the only legal live broadcasting F-bomb in the galaxy when broadcasting during one particularly torrid Pilots Federation Frontier live stream on a convoy with us, and he got blown up and actually F-bombed live on air. It was still one of my favourite moments of any live stream anywhere. Anyway, and he had his own faction with a few friends called Ed's 38. Well, he is actually 38 now, so happy birthday, Ed.
I have a button here that looks like it has a tune behind it. Do you think we should play it and sing along?
Just before you do, so welcome to Grey Ranger 316, first time here. You're about to hear something you'd rather prefer you didn't, given the comment. Given the comment about Kumbaya earlier, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, this is so much worse.
This is, yeah. But it
Or
is,
so much better, depending on your perspective.
Better.
It's one of our friends' birthdays, so there's only one thing we can do on one of our friends' birthdays, and that's stand around in a circle with funny hoods on chanting. Or at least that's what it's supposed to
same
sound like.
as usual Friday night then.
Yep, okay.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday, dear
Ed.
Happy birthday to you.
And
many more.
Yay. Woohoo! Yeah, and I'm going to clip that and send it to him as well, so he can die of embarrassment.
I thought you were friends.
That's the worst one so far.
Yes. Well, we can blame the apology officer for being not as bad as it normally is, but they can issue suitable apologies next week.
It's just the apology officer pulls it together. He sort of fills the gap and smooths it.
Just for the record, people are shouting aardvark in the chat.
Aardvark.
Aardvark.
I'm sorry, but that safe word isn't going to help you here.
This is not a safe zone.
No, it is not.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Highway to the danger zone. Right, well, the second one. Okay, this was for Amelia. So dodos aren't dead.
No. Very tasty, apparently.
Yes, especially the prickly ones. So yeah, I mean, this is sort of old news now, but we've been off air for a few weeks. So the dodecahedral stations that I remember from back in the day when all the graphics in your cockpit were wireframe, we can now build them. Yay. And there was a bit of a U-turn, or maybe a misunderstanding somewhere. And the Pitchfork Brigade came out because originally it was, you can only have this if you pay us 1 billion credits or dollars or something. And then they went, oh, no, we only meant for a few weeks. So it's exclusive early access content, I believe.
It is now.
Yes.
I don't think it was intended to be based on the comments.
Yes, well, but then the Pitchfork Brigade had to have something else to moan about. So they then started moaning about, I don't know, how many arcs it cost or something for the early access, and how everybody who got it 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it is, earlier than everybody else was going to win before they did. And then everybody else shouting them down about winning? Win what? You know. Oh, but they get a tech broker.
I'll just go and...
Yeah.
I'll go and land in the station that they paid for and use it instead.
Exactly. You can still
Visit
visit
a tech
anyone you
broker
like.
that you can use.
Anyone can use, yes. So yet again, the I Win Brigade on the internet just go away. Go on, go away. Right.
You missed a couple of letters off it. It's I whinge.
I whinge, that's it. The I whinge button, yeah. The Frontier the Galnet forums is a special place for special people. But talking of special places, Flossy, mangrove smurf trees. I much prefer that name.
Yeah, sounds more
Radicoida?
interesting.
Nah, mangrove smurf trees. Obviously, you're going to talk a little bit more about this in your update on the CGs, because it's all tied up with the CG at the moment, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yes. Where you get to get some new pajamas if you go and take part, or something. Christmas pajamas. Yeah. And everybody wants the new pajamas. In fact, you know the I whinge button, Litho?
Mm.
Yeah, they were out in force saying, but I've already bought myself nicer Christmas pajamas than these, so why would I want one of those Christmas pajamas?
Well, you don't need them then. Don't bother.
Exactly. And leave the top 75% to, oops, I'm giving the Game Boy to everybody else. And then the coincidence, obviously the speculation about, was it the Caspian Explorer? Now I haven't had a chance to chat about it much because I've been offline. But so the Caspian Explorer, it has a particular visual vibe to it, doesn't it? That ship.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Looks like it's designed to voyage to places.
Yes, yeah. Or run about places.
Mm.
Or whatever what was the name of the one in Deep Space Pants? I mean 9?
Defiant.
That was it, yeah.
Doesn't work as well, sadly.
No, but the bridge and the cockpit don't very much like you ought to have, I don't know, an Artemis bridge crew hanging about in there ready to poke touchscreens. But the coincidence, Litho, on one hand, look, some new biological stuff. And on the other hand...
Purely a statistical anomaly.
Absolutely.
That they give us something to explore and a ship to explore in at the same exact time, announced within a week of each other. No, statistical anomaly. I mean, what are the odds? Obviously 1 in 1 because it's happened.
Well,
just by chance.
Yeah. Vulkarius. Obviously, the name of the species that was found is Radicoida unica. And there has been speculation over the unica being connected to the word unique. But I think that's a red herring, possibly.
It's just that they don't reproduce in the normal way.
Possibly. But, I mean, why would you go to all the effort of finding a planet that contained one new biological item when you could create a pink one and a green one and a multicoloured one and whatever you like, all in slightly different shapes for the same, almost approximately the same effort levels. But yeah, a new exploration ship and new biologicals appearing.
But surely if unica means the first from unum, then the second one would be Radicanum dodica. Or is that a different coincidence?
Is there a hint? Are we seeing conspiracy theories where there are none? We don't know. But
no, not us.
Well, anyway, so do we think this is a coincidence? Do we think this new biological thing that only appears on one planet in the whole galaxy when all the other ones appear on thousands or millions? Don't believe it. Then obviously
we'll find more. We will always find more.
Commander Little Grey, you've obviously been over in the Hutton Games Room reviewing all these things, these new Bark Raiders and your Walkies Field 6 and lots of PvP going on at the moment.
Well, I must say, from the limited experience I have had of these games, because, as you rightly say, they are not puppy with puppy; they're puppy versus puppy.
Yeah, not our thing.
I tend to avoid them, but they have been suffering. I did see one meme where someone broke into a car and put Battlefield 6 into the car instead of taking something. I'm not sure it's gone down amazingly, but what do I know?
Well, obviously the Hutton version is all featuring a certain golden-haired spaniel, being patted on the head the second he deploys. I mean, those headshots are just, yeah. But yes, the Hutton Games Room does have other entertainment in it. We are looking for something a little calmer that doesn't involve, having the zoomies around the place and squatting everywhere, which seems to be the de rigueur.
I look forward to continuing the Hutton Games Corner in future episodes. I feel this is one I could own and continue.
our very own Golden HOTAS, Golden Joystick, so last millennium. We got Golden HOTAS awards from Hutton.
Careful how you say it. The Golden Hot Ass Award.
The Golden HOTAS Midas Touch, yes. Oh, it's itchy.
That always goes to Tomb Raider.
Yes. Oh, padum tush. And then Dabby Minor, Vulkarius.
Yes, I can confirm that it is in Outbreak, although the happiness is, at least of the Hutton Orbital Truckers Cooperative, is happy. That said, yes.
Okay.
That said, the influence is 39.4%, and that looks quite close to Galnet coalition at 32.5%. So you don't want a war as well.
Right. Okay. But I mean, yeah. I mean, black holes. I mean, obviously, your starship systems don't let you get close enough to black holes that are out there in the galaxy that you experience any kind of time dilation.
Oh yeah, not for some reason the ships. I don't know what they do. You can get pretty close. In fact, if you crash into one deliberately, which is actually pretty hard, you have to do it very deliberately. It reports 50 kilometers. Now I don't believe it, but you can just fly calmly in the opposite direction, perhaps until you get to around 100 kilometers, then activate the frameshift drive.
Well, here's the thing. The frameshift bubble around you clearly insulates you, well, at least a bit of you, from any kind of time effects of not one but two black holes in system.
Time effects, yes. Heat effects, no. Be careful.
Absolutely. Or take either a very cold, one of these new engineered very cold ships, or some heat sinks, or just strip down to your underwear and perspire a little bit. But anyway, the outbreak, if anybody wants to help out in Dabby Minor, then...
Then the first thing you'll need is a Type 8, not like a Panther Clipper or such, because there are only outposts there. So you need to take basic medicines, I think. Is that for an outbreak?
Well, medicines generally, I think.
Yeah, so medicines, but lack of large pad warning, you'll need a medium pad vessel to do so. That's Dabby Minor.
Yep, and then hopefully that'll be cleared out in one way or another in a few days' time. Other than that, though, unfortunately, with the apology officer not being here, we have no idea what state the rest of Hutton's in, though I'm pretty sure it just says expansion across the board. Isn't that right? It just sort of says expansion everywhere. Because we're still building more and more stations.
Probably.
I'm just having a look what our influence is this week. How many star systems now? Oh my goodness gracious!
Too many.
Yes. Overview.
We're going to hit a point of
too
population.
We are
structure
present in
collapse.
1,005 star systems.
Good grief!
Yes.
See my previous statement.
And about 50 of them are hankies.
I remember when it was 25 and 4 in Colonia.
I remember when it was 11.
11. Well, I remember when it was 1. Crikey. Yeah, so we've got a population of 10.6 billion, which is not actually that big, because the vast majority of our new systems are diddy-widdy little ones with small outposts. But we apparently control about a third of those, so 344 of them we actually control. And we're trying to manage 553 stations and 585 settlements and 110 installations at the moment. Ouch.
How do we not fall over under the administration weight of all of this?
Because Alvin's bark is haired far and wide.
Well, as Record Breaker says, ooh, delegation's what you need. But yeah, apparently of all those systems, of 1,005 star systems, we've got 8 in outbreak and 1 in public holiday, and the rest are in expansion. That's it. So, yeah, we seem to be, and I think overall it marks us as happy, as you said. We are generally happy on the list. I don't know what that means, but happiness is happy. But I'm just looking down the list. Oh no, one system is elated. Happy. There's 1,000 on this list. Happy, joy. Yeah, all happy, and 1 elated.
So we need to go to the elated one and kick just 2 or 3 people in the shins to bring it back down to happy, so they're in line with the rest. Yeah. Otherwise, people will get jealous.
Oh no, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 elated, and everything else happy. So
that's too many to kick. I'd get us off.
We are clearly doing a phenomenal job on that one. So actually, in terms of the BGS, the only thing we need you to do is probably Dabby Minor in that case. Right. As for the other bits of the show, I've skipped off where the notes are on this one. Was there anything else to talk about? Has there been a Frontier live stream?
No.
Nope.
No? Okay. Do we know when there is going to be a Frontier live stream?
No.
Okay.
Actually, that's not true. We do. We know that there will be one next time they have something to announce.
Yeah.
But it may not be live. It'll probably be pre-recorded.
Right. Okay.
Last one. Mhm.
I'm just trying to have a look here. Did you say that we had a little special video from somebody that was sent in?
We do, yes.
Do you know where he got hidden?
Broadcast media, icosadoc.mp4.
It's a what? Broadcast media. I can't find the media. Banter media.
Oh, sorry, not broadcast media. Banter media.
Ah, that's the one. Okay. Well, if I just load that up, give me 1 second. I'm going to. Is there any audio on this Vulkarius? Do you know?
No.
Here we go. There's a
Does
grey
that mean
box.
you'll need to narrate it, Vulkarius?
Yeah, there we go. You can narrate this one.
Oh, it was pretty simple. It's the Hutton Design Department saw the extended number of trusses on the new Dodex station and thought, well, what if we had a big spinning spiky D20 instead? So we presented the icosadoc, the 12 truss monstrosity. 12? Yeah, 12 truss monstrosity.
Icosadoc.
Right.
Yes,
Well, it's completely failed there. It was on the screen briefly there, and it stopped.
Well, it would
unlooped
loop if you.
itself.
There we go. I'll
Yeah.
put it back up again.
Seamless.
Yeah, but that's how many
Stationless.
struts are on that?
So that one has 12. It's upgradable to have another 6, unless you want one pointing out the back as well, but that would be silly.
No.
So
there'd be an
upgradable to another
axis.
7.
Okay.
It
well,
will be a docking alignment anti-indicator.
right. So that is our preview of another design department special. I mean, you could race around that, and it wouldn't be spinning that fast. I mean, that is an accelerated view of how fast it spins, is it not?
No,
well,
that's the Hutton Design Department on steroids.
Well, as we know from previous Hutton Quiz, the actual number of seconds that a port take. Wow, did you speed it up yourself? The actual number of seconds that one port takes to make one rotation is 95. For this demonstration, it was sped up to 10 and looped twice. So
Right. I've slowed it down for you so you can see it in slow-mo. Oh, well, thank you very much, Hutton Design Department, for that one. Oh, my voice is going now. So let's remove that. Okay. Now, was there another person we had to wish happy something to? Was it you, Amelia?
I did have a birthday, yes.
Yay! Do you know what that means? Especially for our first time chatter, first time listener. Oh my goodness, Radio Raxler's tuned in as well. We're gonna have to show. Here we go. We're gonna have to show Radio Raxler how we do it properly. So, have you got it queued up again?
I do.
Yep. Right. This one's for Amelia.
Sorry, I don't sing this one because it's
La,
for
la,
me,
la,
right?
la, it's for you. yes,
Correct.
yeah. You have to sit there and
Unless
blow
you
out
want to say
candles.
happy birthday, me.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amelia.
Happy
Happy birthday to you.
and many more.
This makes me so happy.
You see, look, as long as it makes somebody happy. I mean, you notice our listener count just dropped by 5. Bye, everybody.
Are we done with all that then?
We're now done with the happy birthdays, aren't we?
Good. So I got away without you realising it was mine last week as well.
Oh dear! Right, quick!
Are we gonna
Double
do it
speed,
again?
double speed. No, can you double the speed of it?
Probably not off Stream Deck.
Oh right, okay then. Off we go.
You'll just have to sing quicker.
We can sing quicker. Ready? Double speed.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Little
Rebecca. Happy birthday to you.
I'm going to need to lie down now. There we go. Birthday raids. Oh my goodness.
Oh, hello, announcer.
Hello,
you
the
chose
announcer.
the best time to arrive.
You missed all the news and all the serious stuff and came in for the silly singing. Okay, right. I suppose are we going to do space news first, and then we got a bit of quizzy. By the way, announcer, you're staying around for the quiz. You have to take part. We are going to watch the list when we get to the quiz in a bit. Are we going to do space news? Have we got any?
Yes.
Yes?
Yep.
We have a little bit.
Right. It's jingle time. Hang on. Oh, there's a quiz.
Space news, 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 space news.
First up this time, Blue Origin have caught up. They have managed to land one of their boosters, which SpaceX have been doing a while.
That's
I've turned the sound off. There we go.
that's not the impressive bit that was a first. They've landed things before. Blue Origin have just done their first orbital launch, and it was more than just orbital. The payload is on its way to Mars.
Ooh.
So Blue Orangina stayed blue.
Yeah, it didn't
Didn't
go
go all orangey.
sort of toasty burn.
Stealing your joke there. Sorry.
It's got fewer little birdie things on the bottom than the strange space masks one does.
It
I would
does,
imagine
yes.
it's more cost efficient.
Relatively, well, it's a relatively similar number to the little SpaceX ones, though.
And what have they sent to Mars then?
Probes.
What on earth was the mission? I can't remember now.
Let's have a look. Oh, does it say
The
let's have a look.
Escapade satellites. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, they're measuring the atmosphere and magnetic field of Mars.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's coming down. It's coming
Stage of
down.
colonizing.
And
It was delayed a day due to space weather,
right.
not Earth weather, space weather. It was actually back in the last week when we had the solar storm and the northern lights were visible, and they were meant to be launching them, but decided it was a bit unsafe to do so, delayed it by a day.
Amelia, did you see them?
I did not. No.
Don't be
You
ridiculous.
surprised me.
Yeah, there's happy people on screen. There we go. And separation and satellites and bits being sent off.
Well, yeah,
Payload
it's-
separation.
it's-
There we go.
It's huge and excellent news, and the mission went exceedingly well.
Because more
And
than
this-
one person achieving it is good. One person.
It's good for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, good for everybody if loads of people are managing to do it, because then it becomes a race, doesn't it?
And it's trying to avoid getting political here, but it's quite lucky it was being sent up on Blue Origin, because if it had been a NASA mission on a NASA booster, the government shutdown would have prevented it going up, which would have been very unfortunate because they might have missed their launch window. So
Yeah, look at that. Anyway, that was the SpaceX one we've switched to. Oh, well, how did it do that? It did
It
that on
is.
its own.
magic.
It matters not. It's rockets. It's
That was
space
back from
news.
August. Yeah, let's get
It's
rid
what
of
we
this.
wanna
More rockets.
see.
Yeah, more rockets. Okay, the next one, actually.
Is actually sort of more rockets.
Well, it's sort of
Of a
more
fashion.
rockets, but I do like the title you wrote in the script on this one about Farscape, anyone?
It's one of the cutest little spaceships you'll see.
Oh,
No, not that.
That's not a spaceship. There we go.
Oh, isn't it cute?
It
Isn't that
genuinely
adorable?
looks exactly like Farscape.
Well, I was going to say you're heading in towards your
Buck
old
Rogers
Buck
in the
Rogers.
25th century.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
goodness it wasn't
the
just me.
1980s one. Yeah. Not
Ranger
the
Yeah,
one.
60s one, the 80s one. Ranger 6.
a Ranger-
But yeah, it's the Ranger series.
Yes. It's a
Because
Buck-
it was the last of their deep space missions.
Yes. Albeit it looked just like a space shuttle at the time. So Dream Chaser.
But a little bitty one.
Yeah.
And it's made its way through electronic testing recently, electromagnetic interference and compatibility testing at the Kennedy Space Center. That's something I do a lot of electrical work. So I know how difficult that gateway has likely been. So whilst it may not sound like much, that's a biggie.
But it's not flying
I'm-
yet. It's still in testing.
No.
Oh,
it's still only in
it has
test.
flown. It has been carried up into various different ways and landed under its, I'd say, power, but it generally glides into land. It's quite advanced. It's getting there. It's not quite performing missions yet, but it's well on the way.
There are.
It was Sierra Nevada's entry for commercial crew, but didn't get NASA sponsored for the second stage. But they decided to carry on with it anyway.
There's something set for 2026. They've had to change the contract, I imagine, because of funding problems, to cover a single flight in late 2026, and it won't make it all the way up to the ISS. It will be a low orbit, but they are going to send it up and bring it back down again.
But once it gets up and running, it's going to be one of the best ways for returning cargo that we have, or returning things from orbit that we have.
Well, yes, because we're not just
Not
going to have to
quite,
lob
not
it
quite
back
space
down
shuttle
planet
standard,
Earth.
but
yeah, and hope it lands.
because you can contain it within there and actually land it nicely.
Yeah, it is
rather than it
much
having to be
smaller than a
person
space
shaped.
shuttle, though.
Oh yes, it's 3-4 man capsule sort of sized.
Yeah.
So it's not going to carry a huge amount of cargo then?
More than anything else can at the moment, because at the
Well,
moment
that
it's
is-
people and their personal effects, and that's all that we can get back from orbit. And the occasional science experiments, if it fits in with the people and their personal effects.
And talking about things that go up and hopefully stay up, we're talking about a massive space Pez dispenser next.
Yes. Now, this is mostly because I saw a video of it and I've not been able to find the actual video that I saw from the outside, but it did look like that. And that video, or that picture even, makes it look all the more like a Pez dispenser.
Patooey, it
literally
spits one
is-
out, and Patooey, it spits another one out.
Yeah, exactly
Actually,
that. And
to me, that looks like the mothership from Homeworld. Early
Okay.
2000s.
Yes, yeah.
You're
I don't
receiving
know.
the
Sorry, Leo.
I thought that-
cryogenic storage
Well,
pods.
to me, it looks like the instruction manual putting a new NVMe drive in your flashy PC.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah. So yes,
There's a video somewhere of this ejecting. I think it might be the next link, but then you might have adverts and all the rest of it to deal with. So I don't know if it's going to work.
well, we'll give it a go. Shall we give it a go? And if there are, we'll just truncate them very,
just
very quickly.
The rate of knots that is pushing these things out is completely mad. I can understand why lots of people who are very keen on their dark
Is it gonna
dark
show this
skies
video?
and
No, it's just separation and flappy bits and. No, it doesn't show it. Doesn't show it.
yeah, why astronomers and things are getting quite arsy about it, because there's so many of them. If you take a picture, like a long exposure picture of the night sky, you're not going to see the night sky. You're going to see lots of little.
Actually,
telephone
invisible
antennas in a
light,
way.
you don't see them.
Sorry, second.
Because they're in invisible light, you don't see them because they're in the shadow of the earth and they are almost completely dark. In infrared
surely
and
that
radio,
depends.
they are a problem. No, they're only able to reflect the sun when they're very low to the horizon and around dusk and dawn.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, there you go then.
They ha-
That's better.
there we go.
Not,
Straighten
not
that out
much
a bit.
because it's infrared and radio astronomers that are upset.
I see.
Right,
Yeah,
can we
okay.
have a security team, please, to the green room? The announcer is saying swear words again. Yeah, that's for the Hutton Games room announcer. Yes, we'll do a review of that one next week. How about that's your challenge for next week, Gray? You can review that one next week.
The Avenger Titan.
No,
wait, what?
right, out. Out. Right. Okay, well, that's the end of the space news.
When you don't know where to get more space news, 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 space news.
Do we have a word of the week?
Oh, yeah, it is that bit. I was looking at the CG news. Yes, it's Zamboak, I think, because there's no pronunciation this week.
Zamburak. What does that mean?
I have no idea. I'm not ready. A camel-mounted swivel gun. A small falconet hinged on a metal fork rest protruding from a camel's saddle.
And can you
Why?
use it in a sentence, please?
Oh gosh, I dread to think. When her rocket launcher ran out of ammo, Flossy liked to switch to the Zambarak. The hardest part was finding the Dominator suit for a camel.
Is that a battery and a dromedary one?
Well, I suppose you could go twin cannons on the yeah. Anyway, well, you keep your powder dry if it was in the desert. Anyway, but yes, 17th century Persian artillerymen or artillery peoples, but I think it was probably artillerymen at the time, operated Zambaraks.
What sort of era was this?
17th century.
17th. Sorry,
Yes.
I
Or
sort of
between
had
the
visions
17th
of
and
like
early 20th century. Yeah.
I just had visions of like I don't know, Warhorse or something. But
No, this
war
is a
camel instead.
muzzle-loading camel. Sorry, I mean cannon.
Well, you imagine you fire this thing and then the camel stampedes. It's just right.
Yeah, but can you imagine trying to breech load a camel?
Okay. Yeah, apparently it was a swivel gun mount on a hinged metal fork rest protruding from the saddle, but to fire it, the camel had to be on its knees.
Oh,
Stability issues.
Yes, it just accuracy may. I mean, have you seen people riding on the back of camels? Sort of wobbly. Yeah, accuracy clearly a thing.
but just the height would be a problem, and also then the person shooting at you would have a perfect shot of your kneecaps.
Well, apparently, after their invention in 1861, they then fitted camels with Gatling guns. It just boggles the mind. Yes.
Oh,
So-
the announcer, I 1 lump, please, because I'm sweet enough already.
1 lump or two. No,
one lump,
very good.
yeah.
Oh dear. Anyway, one could get the hump with the announcer, but we're not going to. Okay, so Vulkarius, are we going to hand over to you briefly for our weekly taxing of our brains?
That we shall, and I don't even have to hassle anyone to drop the link in the chat because Little Grey has already done it.
Because I
Fantastic.
can do that these days. Woohoo!
Although you need to bring up the thing on the screen.
Yeah, I have
and
to
give
bring
it a
up the
name
thing.
so I can-
Yeah. I'm just
So-
doing that. Where are we going to? Where am I going to again?
That's quiz.iniv.space.
That's the one.
So-
I
So what? Yeah.
I may have to skip this one. I have a mooncake on my chest.
Use your phone.
Oh, here we go.
I can't reach my
So-
phone.
Well,
Yep, so
we have to have
while-
a stunt, Amelia.
So while the presenter thingy is being set up, welcome to this show's quiz, which everyone's welcome to join over at quiz.iniv.space in a browser window or on the side with a mobile device. This week it's all about engineers. In this case, just the ship engineers, not the ones which offer Zambarak upgrades, and also just those in the bubble. Otherwise, the fully multi-choice answers would end up with several dozen options each. Despite that also meaning there isn't really a way to get points for a close guess, it's still 3 points for being correct. Because trust me, this lot always finds a technical correctness loophole somewhere. So head over to quiz.iniv.space now or at any time during the quiz to join in. And remember that your scoreboard name is the only opportunity to type in something naughty on this one.
Whoa, now you've done it.
Is this like a multi-choice one? Big multi-choice one?
It's entirely multi-choice.
All right, in that case, I might be able to move my hand enough to get to the mouse. Hold on.
So it sounds like you have until Amelia has managed to join join.
Right, I think, yep. I now have one hand.
Yep, there we go. Right, so if I change this over to ongoing. Aha! Right, round one. This is about engineer personality quirks. Question 1. Which engineer is the leading expert on Guardian technology? So I'll not read them out, but you have all the bubble engineers are valid choices.
There's so many. I didn't know there were this many.
It's Chloe Sidisi. No. I don't know.
Haile Selassie, isn't it?
Yep. Right, countdown.
Scotty off
It's
Star Trek.
multi-choice ones, so we can do a bit of a countdown on these.
I've got countdown buttons somewhere. Help.
Hang on. We got 5, 4.
There we go.
And no prizes. It's just for fun.
Question 2. Which engineer has a cybernetic brain?
In a jar.
Not in a jar, in his head.
Well, that's ruled a few out. Thanks.
So it's probably male. Doesn't help with most of these names. Though.
I think the name of this person's base might give a clue.
Yeah, but the base names aren't listed.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
Question 3. Which engineer grows onion head?
Obviously, but doesn't inhale.
I don't
Maybe
think
a
I
little
submitted
bit.
my answer to question 2. Oh well.
Which one grows onion head?
Oh, yes.
Oh no! Actually, I'm thinking I've got to work out which one it is. I've got to fit the names to the. It's not that one. No, it's not that one.
I said that about all of them.
I don't know, so I guessed.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with that one.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
For round 1. So I gave 1 point to Palin because he doesn't know nothing about Guardian technology, but the correct answer is actually Ramtar.
I
Who
don't know
spotted him
nothing,
in the
mate.
list after the second round.
He was the one who made the nanite torpedo launcher, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Then the cybernetic brain is Zachariah Nemo, and indeed the name of his base does kind of give it away if you know it, which is the Nemo Cyber Party Base.
Yay!
Because he
Well, there's the hint at cyber party base. If we're having a cyber party, you might need onion head. I don't know.
he does head the cyber party, as it were. He's also very interesting to talk to. If you've got Odyssey, go to Zachariah Nemo. Actually get out and talk to him on foot. It's quite interesting.
Define interesting.
Well, he's got a cybernetic brain. Is that interesting enough?
1 0 1 0 0
Does
0
that
1.
does that mean he's like a robot or an android?
No, he's a cyborg. So he's a
Augmented.
human, but he's
but
he's
I
an
mean-
augmented human. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't originally human because I mean, if you
Yes.
replace someone's brain, then they're not them anymore.
That's
how
very
detailed the
philosoph-
scan and the download is.
This is altogether too philosophical for me.
He's humanish. He's at least as human as a typical politician.
And it's the dweller. He's actually.
That was my first answer. I changed it.
Oh, should have trusted. Yeah.
So
should have
no
trusted
one
your
got
instinct,
that
I suppose. Yeah, no one actually got that apart from Amelia, who changed away from it apparently. Yeah, the dweller. It's not. He's part of a group that grows onion heads. So.
For personal use only.
Well, he's also the back market head. So.
I suppose so. Yeah.
If you want to infer that.
Right.
Right. Round 2 is about engineer ships. Which Lakon Spaceway ship is flown by Felicity Farseer?
What?
Oh, I didn't know she flew. I thought she just stayed on
I
her base all
didn't.
day.
Yep. She does. Oh, yes. Yep.
Oh,
Yep. Well,
when did this-
okay. Either, if not now, then the ship that the engineer used prior to being an engineer, if you like. But there is indeed a correct answer to this question.
Well, I
You
didn't
can
doubt
probably
that.
work this one out, can't you? I think.
You can certainly limit the options.
Well, it's a Lakon. That's a good start.
Yeah. It is a Lakon Spaceway ship.
Yep.
That is given in the question, yeah.
And it's not the Type 7. I'll tell you that one for free. Because there's
And
no
it must have
point
existed when
engineering
the
that
game
one.
was launched.
Yeah.
Yeah. That, and it's also arguable whether the Type 7 constitutes flying, but in any case. Question 2.
She could park it on asteroids occasionally.
Well, again, you say park.
Okay, collide it with.
Question 2. Which combat ship is flown by Todd McQuinn?
Todd McQuinn.
I'm making my choice entirely
Yes,
on
Todd
what he
McQueen.
looks like.
Yes, he's the first weapons engineer you can access quite easily.
He looks like
And
the
does-
sort of person that would drive a BMW, I think.
Do you know what?
I think
You're
he's-
not far off, I don't think, the actual answer
So-
on that one.
So what you're saying is he looks like a man who doesn't know where his indicators are.
You got it.
A polisher as well, I'm sure. It might be a combat ship.
Of
but he's definitely a
something,
polisher.
yes.
Yes.
Yes,
The kind of
I'm
person
sure it's
who
got a
would,
shiny
who
end.
would wrap his ship with some, yeah.
Yeah. It's probably got really good underlighting as well.
And question 3. Which ship have you engineered the most?
Oh God, I don't know. I think it's probably.
One
You
of
can
two.
guess. You can always guess.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna guess, but I'm just thinking it's.
Well, I've
probably my
got two that are
exploration ship.
engineered up the wazoo, but I think it's going
I
to be
have
that
two
one.
as well,
Yeah.
but I've definitely chosen
I-
one just
I
because
It's
I
the
know
fact
it's
that
going
you've
to
hacked
trigger
all
people.
accounts to check.
I don't engineer much.
No, I don't.
Actually, I know which one it was.
So you're saying you engineered at least a little bit.
Well, I mean, yeah, I've engineered a little bit. Not much.
But then that's still the most. So
Obviously, the ship I put the most effort into engineering was a Cobra I took out for some canyon racing. Because every ounce mattered on that.
Has everyone done?
Detonation in 10 seconds.
So for round 2, Felicity Farseer flies a Asp Explorer.
I nearly said Diamondback.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
it
it
had
was,
to-
yeah, it was.
It
gonna
had
one
to
of
be
those
something
two.
that was around before the game launched.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been one of the ones that was recently added. So, and DBX was recently added.
So Todd McQuinn flies a Third Lance, or at least used to.
You're welcome, the announcer.
And looks like the most engineering of the present audience has been on Pythons and Diamondback Explorers.
I
I take
modified
offense that
my
my
T7.
answer is last.
I would say maybe because the Python needs it loads, but when you've done it, it's absolutely flipping brilliant. I was a toss up between that and the Crate Mark II for me.
The T7 is still my favourite ship.
You're weird.
I know. I lie not when I say the video of Wings, when they had the video of the T7 rolling out of hyperspace that was what sold the game to me, because I thought, yes, that's what a spaceship should look like.
You're weird.
Mine
Yeah.
was-
Well, to be fair, this is the person that's earlier in our chat was sharing pictures of Lego Eagle transporters. So, yeah.
It wasn't Lego. It was even more blocky than that.
I was
It
being
was
generous.
number cubes. For...
Duplo.
Made with about 3 pieces.
Hey, you guessed it.
Well, yeah. It was a good model.
Shall we move on to the really difficult ones, which most commanders are going to have to take a completely random punt?
Okay.
Try me.
So, round
You mean
3
like the
is-
first round?
like the first round times 100.
Oh no.
So,
No,
so
it
round,
can't be- it can't-
so round,
I'm
so
sorry,
round
it
one.
cannot be any more random than the first round.
Which
for
of
me.
the engineer bases has got agri domes on sticks or something like that? Yeah.
Maybe not quite that bad.
Okay.
It's about double skills. Question 1. Which engineer excels at limpets and scanners?
Limpets and scanners.
So not just limpets, not just scanners, but both.
I'm just trying. It's been
Plenty of
ages
time
since
to
I
read
did
all
one.
the options, not know any of the
Limpets and
answers.
scanners. So I know who does scanners. 'Cause I've done that. I've not engineered any limpets, so I'm just sort of okay. Who does scanners?
Yeah, limpet engineering doesn't really change the limpets. So.
No.
I've engineered me limpets.
That's
it,
you can get
Doctor.
cream for that.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
If we leave it too long, people will look it up.
Sweary question 2. Which engineer excels at sensors and mine launchers?
Mine launchers. Hint: it's not the same one.
That assumes that you know what the first one was.
Plus, if you answer the same one 3 times in a row, there's a higher chance
One of
you're going to
them-
get one of them right.
Well, as long as only 3 of them do sensors, yes.
The announcer apparently knows the answer. I really want to know specifically, Vulkarius, if he got the last one right.
Yeah, we might have to do. Yeah, I might have to look them up if there's a protest and it turns out to be 2 answers that were correct. So we'll see.
Detonation in 10 seconds.
And question 3. Which engineer excels at cannons and limpets?
Someone
I do
excels
love a
at
cannon.
cannons. That's got to be LCU then.
Not quite. I'm going to put in a clarification.
But not multi-cannons, just cannons.
Yes, not just cannons, not multi-cannons.
And not frag cannons.
Correct, not fragment cannons, just cannons. Not Gauss
this is in
cannons,
the
just
bubble.
cannons. It's in the bubble.
Are these camel-launched cannons?
Well, I mean, I'm just going for like whoever I know does
are these-
cannons.
Conceivably, but not necessarily.
Mug cannons.
Zambrax.
So, for limpets and scanners, we have Tiana Fortune. I presume this one was the one the announcer just did, so I'm quite sure we'll find out in a moment whether I need to check.
It was the second one, I think, that the announcer was very proud to know.
Yuri Ishmak, apparently.
What? Is that what the announcer picked for that one? Oh well. What's the next one?
It is in a moment while I look up what Yuri Ishmak does.
I don't think there's a double overlap on any of them. Well, double overlap on any of them.
So Ishmak does sensors, does the DSS, it does the mine launchers, does not do any limpets though.
Well, sensors and scanners are the same thing, and mine launchers and limpet launchers are basically the same thing. So yeah, that sounds fair to me.
I'm not
technically incorrect on that one.
Yeah, I don't think even that's technically correct. So.
Well, what about Bill Turner is kind of correct. Looking at him.
And he was in Pirates of the
cargo
Caribbean.
Scanners.
Which one was kind of correct, do you think?
Bill Turner.
Bill Turner.
And he was in Pirates of the Caribbean, so you got to give him that.
Yeah, Bootstrap Bill.
But Turner doesn't do limpets though.
Does he do limpet controllers, or is that not?
No, he doesn't do any limpets at all.
He was pretty covered in limpets in the movie.
GPT-4
his dad,
is
wasn't it?
wrong.
Yeah, his dad was called Bill Turner.
Have you
Bootstrap
been
Bill.
Googling it?
I am now.
Well, he's been putting it in GPT-4 apparently.
And GPT-4
No wonder he got
is
the wrong
wrong.
answers then.
No. Turner does sensors, yes, but he does the DSS as usual. And let's see,
By the way,
Kilborn scanners, manifest scanner, refinery,
He is
fuel scoop,
insistent.
and he does plasma accelerators. So,
The way I launch limpets, they're still not plasma accelerators.
okay, let's move on. I think. For question 2, we have Yuri Ishmak with sensors and mine launchers together.
If only mine launchers were better. I have
Yes,
killed
which is
somebody with a mine launcher before when they were trying to PvP me.
Did you drop it on their toe?
No, I went cold and dropped everything, and I think the first time I hit him with my mines, and the second time his missile turned around and got him. So it was mine launchers and going icy, and I managed to kill somebody who was trying to PvP me as I was running.
Yeah, unfortunately, the announcers get a marker Quent only does power plants and power distributors, not even to grade 5, although it does unlock Professor Palin, so you can get your thrusters after that.
Okie dokie. And our final one?
It was the Sarge, does cannons as opposed to cannon interstellar research, and does limpets also.
So I picked that one literally in the last half-second panic. So quite how I managed to select.
Because I knew he did cannons. That's the only thing I knew. I didn't know he did limpets as well. I was just, right, who does cannons? Oh, it's the Sarge. Yeah, off we go.
So let's find out how we all did, if I get the scoreboard. Congratulations to Stunt Amelia. Stunt Amelia? That's not actual Amelia. That's usually Ooby Doop Scooby Banooby. But
Yeah,
apparently...
I'm Ooby Doop Scooby Dooby Banooby. I have the silliest name in the galaxy.
I'm pretty sure you got 7 points more than me.
But the announcer got a respectable 12 in fourth place there?
Yeah, joint fourth with Noddy Spice and Bograt, third Little Grade, and in second place Jinx. So well done, everyone.
Joint last name.
Now, while you've been doing that, by the way, I spoke to Mr. Dusty behind the scenes to see whether he might possibly do you a jingle for your quiz.
Do you know what surprised me out of that? They spelled my name right.
Well, there you go.
But they?
Whoever was Stunt Amelia spelled my name right.
That is true. That is true.
Oh.
Most people get it wrong.
Hang on, 24 points. That means they got 8 out of 9.
Ooh.
Which one did they get wrong?
I could check if you want.
I am impressed.
Hang on. Answers, user.
Tell us it was the onion head one.
Actually, no. The only wrong answer was a no response.
Which ship have they most engineered?
No response to which ship have you engineered the most.
Well, actually, given it's Amelia,
Wow.
is Stunt Amelia the real Amelia? Because Amelia was saying that Amelia hadn't engineered very much.
No, Stunt
It's
Amelia
not
was
going to be
Mooncake.
me, is it?
I look suspiciously across the house at your better half, and they're giggling to themselves.
There are 2 computers on that desk. It could have been Mooncake.
Was it
Mooncake is sitting on my lap right now, looking at me as if to say, "Why are you not giving me attentions instead of the show?" And Sandrine is currently watching anime.
Well, I have to hunt down the IP addresses. Reverse look up. Anyway, Vulkarius, just to round that one off, I did ask Mr. Dusty to
Okay.
to computerize a number of variations on a theme tune for you.
Okay.
So we've got now. I've not heard these. I don't know if they're.
I was
going to
say, is this entirely wise?
Well, it may not be wise, but we're going.
This
to
is
see.
Hutton.
So we have Vulkarius' quiz theme tune number 1. I've not heard it yet, but let's Mr. Dusty, take it away.
Vulkarius the quiz master, it got you right. First is flying through the stars, let it shine all night.
Okay, that's number 1. Number 2.
All I could hear was "Don't copy that."
Right up, join the game. Space quiz champion, are you saying?
So we've got a bit 80s for the first 2. Yes.
They're all very funky.
All I could hear for the first one was "Don't copy that floppy."
Gather up the stars, it's time to play this game. Vulkarius is here, quiz master of the fame. Questions.
Okay, so that's number 3. A bit electronic for number 3.
I do like that one.
Yeah, number 4.
Join me for a sail ride.
This is a bit.
Quiz, let's take some time.
No, that's a bit Beat Saber for my liking, but that is very you. Yes.
3 is the kind of least bad so far.
Okay. Oh, we've gone K-pop. No, we don't like that one. We don't like that one. And
Really? Because I was kind of jamming to that one.
ooh, it's got a beat. This one.
Hey, welcome to the Cosmic Show. Vulkarius here, let's get in the flow.
Okay, so we think number 3 then. So Mr. Dusty's definitely
Or maybe that last one.
first time chat. What is happening? Sorry. We were doing a quiz and we were just trying to find a theme tune for it, but Mr. Dusty malfunctioned. So yeah.
Yeah, I suppose my feedback for Mr. Dusty would be it's
Don't give up
generally
your day job.
meant to be. It's well, that goes without saying, but it's generally more about everyone else than about me. That's the hint I would suggest.
Oh, okay.
My
I'll give him
argument
that
would
feedback.
be the K-pop is on trend. K-pop is very on trend at the
I was
moment.
going to say I kind of like number 5. Number 3 was cool too, though.
Well, we'll I think my line to Mr. Dusty is, yeah, don't give up your day job on that one. They're a bit
Try
rough.
harder.
Yeah, try harder.
Come
But,
back with something like Space News.
Yeah, Dusty needs to go and watch far more daytime TV 90s quiz shows.
Oh, going for gold, maybe?
Mm.
No, going for low temperature
Going for
diamonds.
platinum.
Yes, going for bauxite.
Oh no, he needs to go for like the catchphrase opening. So I don't know how it would work, but still. Oh no, who apologized? Who?
Oh,
Come on,
we're
oh,
going to
no.
get letters.
Wait, well spotted, Grey Ranger or
Oh, we're not allowed to
whatever
do
your name
that.
is.
There's going to be a letter from the union now. Right.
Oh, not
well, look,
the
that's
Onion.
the end of the space quiz bit. Thank you very much, Vulkarius, for engineering the quiz for us this week. Just checking in, Flossy, are you ready?
I really enjoyed that quiz.
I'm ready.
You're ready. Should we hand over to Flossy for a bit of CG news now? Make sure you got your pen handy so you know what you're going to be doing. Did you put any pictures in? Because I've not loaded them up, you know. Oops.
I did put some pictures in, yes.
I'll do it on the fly. But here we go.
It's Flossy. It's Flossy. It's Flossy. It's Flossy. And the community goes.
Hello, Flossy here with this week's CG News. A new CG started last week. Of course, we weren't here to tell you about it. And it's last 2 weeks, from the 13th to the 27th of November. HIP 87621 Exobiology Initiative, and this is week 2. The details are the Pilots Federation has confirmed that members are now authorised to enter the HIP 87621 system, where reports indicate the presence of exobiological flora unlike any previously catalogued. October Consortium has issued a call for exobiological data to help with further scientific analysis. Pilots can support this initiative by first signing up at Exogene Sciences in the HIP 87621 system before gathering samples of the newly discovered flora at biological sites located on several bodies of the HIP 87621 system. These samples must then be sold to Vista Genomics at Exogene Sciences via the representative located in the station concourse. Given the unique nature of this flora and the urgent need for data, Vista Genomics has lifted the usual limitation of 1 sample per planet. Pilots may gather numerous samples from a single site. An Artemis suit will be required to gather samples using the genetic sampler. Samples sold as part of this initiative will have an 8 times price multiplier. Pilots are advised to exercise caution, as all planets inhabited by this unusual species experience extreme daytime surface temperatures. Pilots who register at least 1 sample will receive the following rewards: an Artemis Photon Blue suit pack, and credits depending on success tier achieved and individual contribution level. Pilots in the top 75% and above of contributions will receive a Grade 5 Artemis suit with improved battery capacity, night vision, increased sprint duration, and improved jump assist modifications. The campaign began on the 13th of November and is running for 2 weeks. To be eligible for rewards, you must first register at Exogene Sciences Starport in HIP 87621 before collecting samples of the newly discovered flora on several bodies within that system. As today, it passed Tier 6 with 2,153,347 samples collected by 21,793 contributors. These numbers will have gone up because that was this morning. Do be careful though, and don't do what I did. I spent a few hours scanning the plants and realised my health was getting low. Unfortunately, I kept dropping down and hitting the floor rather hard. Started to dash back to my ship to resupply medikits and dropped down to the ground to start running. Unfortunately, as I hit the ground, the last of my health ran out and I fell unconscious, resulting in the loss of all my data. And that's it for this week's CG News.
Flossy told you what to do.
Thank you very much, Commander Flossy. And now, rounding us out for the end of the show, before we just close off with a little bit of banter and saying for the mug and good night, we do have the Galnet News Digest from Beetlejude and Wotherspoon, as they digest all the news for us, so we don't have to.
Galnet News Update, 20th of November, 3311. rumours that Radicoida unica may have rare and wonderful pharmaceutical properties, and the backlog of Paracare packages has finally been cleared. Samples of Radicoida unica, the blue radish plant of HIP 87621, have been smuggled out of the system and investigated by independent scientists. Findings so far are limited, but there's already talk of this being the most potent biological discovery in centuries. It appears that the plant has a distinctly unusual biochemical makeup that may have significant pharmaceutical applications. Not just lip balm, then. Commanders belonging to the Pilots Federation are supposed to be delivering all the samples to Exogene Sciences in HIP 87621. It is then unclear how independent scientists, believed to include Professor Frank Radix, acquired their samples. October Consortium megaships, the Cygnus and Orion, have been brought into HIP 87621, possibly to ensure a higher level of security around the biosites. Factions affiliated with the 12 powers are also reported to have been increasing their military deployment in neighbouring systems, sparking concerns that if the Radicoida turns out to be as valuable as the rumours suggest, that open warfare might break out among parties keen to control the supply. Radicoida unica can apparently remain dormant for centuries, so it's possible that other varieties of the plant may be dormant in other systems. There have not yet been any such reports. In other news, power agents who've been overwhelmed by a massive supply of materials in the care packages given to them by their chosen power have found relief, after any materials that could not be redeemed because of stock levels have been converted to credits. Commanders will receive a weekly warning if they have any materials that are due to be converted into credits, so they can visit a materials trader and a bartender to cross-trade their stocks of materials. With the prospect of more combined on-foot and in-ship missions in the new year, now is a great time to get yourself engineered Maverick and Dominator suits, and matching weapons for on-foot activities. The top 75% of those taking part in the October Consortium initiative in HIP 87621 will be awarded a fully engineered Artemis suit at the end of next week.
Ooh. As they say.
So that's an answer to our question earlier then, about they're just going to randomly pop up now in other places.
Speculatively.
Speculatively, yes. Possibly. Maybe, even. Anyway, while you were doing that, I managed to get a photograph of Alvin in place of that old 404 message. There we go. That's better. Okay, well, look, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much, Beetlejude and Witherspoon. Thank you very much to Flossy, to Vulkarius for the quiz, to Amelia, to Little Grey, to Lithobreaker. Not the apology officer this week. Thank you.
No thanks to them.
Who did I forget?
No.
Oh, thank you to me. Yay. Thank you to Alvin. Thank you to our listener. A quick question. When is the Hutton Helper back? No, the Hutton Helper... Commander Nem, we were trying to keep up with all the deliveries, and then everybody started building way too many stations, and the server melted after too many appeared on the list. So actually, they were building starports faster than we were delivering to them, so it just doesn't work. So we've got logs, but we try and display it, and it promptly melted the server. Vulkarius, there's an indication about how many more have been created.
There was the other week. I don't remember how much it was. So I know we had just over 20,000 systems prior to Trailblazers. Wasn't it up to 90,000?
It was just over 100,000.
Yes.
Yeah,
so we've added
and the
20...
number of actual installations had gone up from 140,000 to over 400,000.
Yes. So we'd sort of, we were working on sort of 400,000 to 500,000 originally, and there's now 400,000 more to deliver to. So unfortunately, yes. Hey, Ranger, it's been an experience. Hutton Orbital Radio is definitely an experience. But hey, it's your company, isn't it?
And it's free.
It's free. And while you're flying, there's somebody bantering around in the background. It sure beats reading all those in-system messages about we've never seen the family all together in one place before, and I'm going to boil you up.
And we are one of the top 1% of radio stations broadcasting under the name of Hutton Orbital Radio.
Absolutely. Imposters occasionally crop up, but only very occasionally.
We're in the top 1%.
Yeah, we are the top 1% of Hutton Orbital Radio named radio stations.
I demand a recount because that doesn't sound right. We're never in the top 1% of anything, even stuff named us.
Well, yes. I think we would be even higher than that if it wasn't for the odd test broadcast that's been sent out by this transmitter. Well, look, thank you very much for joining us. And
sorry, that was my bad. We're in the first percentile.
Oh, right. Yep, the bottom 1%.
That's the one.
Well, now that makes more sense. That sounds Hutton.
Or we could go a bit quantum and be in both the top 1% and the bottom 1% all at the same time.
But nothing in the middle.
No. A bit like me, because I haven't had my dinner yet. And on that note, it's time for us to think about leaving. Right, the process for us leaving now is we are going to play the closing credits. And at the end of the closing credits, we are going to go and raid somebody else, because it's only fair, even if we just drop an extra 5 viewers on them, to go and find somebody who hasn't got very many viewers at the moment and is flying spaceships at the moment. So let's have a look. If anybody in the chat has got any suggestions about who needs a raid, we're not interested in people that have got 400 viewers already, or even necessarily partners. We're looking for the people that are taking their first steps. And
we need to give them a boost.
Yeah, we need a bit of a boost and a bit of Hutton love. So let's start having a look at who is streaming Elite at the moment, and we'll do that after the credits. Let's have a look. Now that person's got 1 viewer. Oh, so we've got Exobiology Day 3 with Salty Sea Bisque.
That sounds interesting.
Should we go and raid the Salty Sea Bisque in a moment? So, yeah, stay for the credits. And at the end of the credits, we're going to go and raid Salty Sea Bisque. Give them a hearty for the mug. Be kind, be friendly. And show them what Hutton's about. And then watch them doing some exobiology. Other than that, anybody else have anything to add before I hit the magic button?
For the mug!
For the mug!
For the mug!
Mug.
Cargo too small. The profit margins never really mattered at all. We're gonna take the cargo where it's needed today. Super cruising all across the Milky Way. We'll take anything, anytime, anywhere. Loading up the T-Nats to the brim with rail. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. Seems to crash into the sun. Swivel likes the pilot on the Xbox One. Alvin at the front, you know he leads us well. Trucking across the galaxy, now everybody yell. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. it's needed today. Super cruising all across the Milky Way. We'll take anything, anytime, anywhere. So shout it out loud like you don't even care. Father Buck, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. Father Buck, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. Father Buck, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. Father Buck, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show. Everyone's buggered off now, so why don't you bugger off too?